I'm Mrs. Elder, and I'm coming to you today from Houston, Texas. It's so nice to meet you. Today we're going to talk about something that's really going to help you in class, and it's called SLANT for Success. SLANT is an acronym, and an acronym means you take the first letters of words and you make a new word with them. So today we're going to talk about really how you should behave with your body in the classroom. And it's really going to allow you to stay connected to the teacher and allow the teacher to know that you're connected to your learning. So let's get started. So the first letter is S, and S is for sit up, right? It's important that you show your teacher you're interested by how your body works. Because if you're sitting back like this, what message does that send? Right, that you're not very engaged, you think what she's saying is not important, and you really don't want to be there. And that's not the message I know you intend to send. Your body is really important. Whether you realize it or not, your body is communicating with others all the time. So when we look at communication, there's three distinct aspects. There's the words you use, there's the tone of voice that you use to speak with, and then lastly, there is your body language. And the way those are divided up will be quite surprising to you, I think. So 55, over half of how we communicate is with our bodies. So it's really important that you let your teacher know what you need, how much you love her class, how enjoying it is, how engaged you are by the way you sit in class. 38% are tone of voice, and only 7% are the words that we choose. So if I was trying into you and I'm like, hey, how you doing? And you're like, I'm good. I'm really good. What are the chances I'd believe you? Yeah, probably not much, right? Because your body language and even your tone of voice is kind of speaking to me saying, you're not doing so well. Something's wrong. Maybe a little bit of anger there. Maybe you're upset or frustrated. So just something to be aware of. So when you're speaking with your body to your teacher and everyone else in the world, just keep that in mind. All right, let's move on. So we've done S. Next is L. L is to lean in. That's right. So if we're having a conversation and I'm really interested in what you're saying, or we're watching a great movie or that Super Bowl football game, right? We want to lean in. We don't want to miss a thing. It's the same in class. We really want to be engaged. We really want to show the teacher we're interested. And when you lean in and sit up, your brain goes, oh, I gotcha. This is serious. We really want to get everything we can out of what's being taught to us now. Next is A. A stands to actively listen. What does that mean? How is that different than just hearing? Good question. So if you just hear something, it doesn't always register. You know, kind of in one ear and out the other. I'm sure you've heard that before. But if you're actively listening, you're really paying attention. You're nodding your head. You're asking questions. You're providing feedback and content. You're really staying focused with your teacher and really trying to learn the material in real time. By real time, I mean, you can go to class and daydream and not pay attention and have the decision already that it's all right, I'll study it tonight. Why would you do that? Save your evenings for you. When we get into time management, I'll explain all that. But right now, we're talking about slanting for success, and A is to actively listen. So pay attention. Sometimes you might want to take notes. That's another way to actively listen. And I'd like you to really pay attention to what works for you. Let me let you in on a little secret from me. If I'm attending a lecture that's super important, the first thing I'll do is I'll ask the person who's speaking if I can record their lecture on my phone. That way I can listen to it again. I'm an auditory learner, which means I learn by listening. So the chances that I would take notes when somebody is speaking is minimal. Why do I say that? For me, if I take notes, I'm not able to concentrate and listen actively to what they're saying. I might go back and listen to the recording if I've been given permission and take notes then, because then I can stop it and restart it. I'd like you to start thinking about, and maybe even journaling, how do you learn? Because it's a personal journey. We all learn differently. So I'd like you to put a little time into you, because you're really important. How do you learn? All right, we're going to move on to N. N is for nod. As you've noticed, I've been nodding, right? What does that say to your teacher? Hey, I'm with you. I get this. This is fascinating. All right, right? It's a really easy way to use your body to communicate. And lastly, we have track the teacher for T. By track the teacher, I mean if the teacher's walking around, you want to follow them with your eyes. Just stay with them. That also lets them know you're engaged. And it allows you to not get discouraged, not get distracted, not start thinking about things you shouldn't be thinking about, right? Don't be afraid to ask questions. Questions, I know for me, when I'm speaking or training, questions tell me that the person I'm trying to teach is really thinking through the information. They're thinking enough about it that they're posing questions in their head. When you pose a question, your brain's like on it because they want to make sure they're able, your brain is, all those brain cells up there work together to find the answers. Your brain loves questions. So let's review real quick. So we've got SLANT, which is an acronym, right, for success. Sit up, lean forward, actively listen, nod, and track your teacher. You guys are doing a great, great job. I'm going to send a handout for you so your teacher can give you access to that. Just a little reminder. And I just want to wish you all the best. This has been really fun. Take care. Learn lots.